Hi Cancer, welcome to June. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And I'm about to do your reading for June. I want to say thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for commenting, taking the time out to comment. I really enjoy reading all the comments. And for those of you who have ordered readings, thank you for your support. Thank you for choosing me. I'm happy when I'm able to help people through these readings. And I've enjoyed working with all of you. Thank you. So let's see what's going on for Cancer for the month of June. What does Cancer need to know about love and relationships for the month of June? What does Cancer need to know about love and relationships for the month of June? What does Cancer need to know about love and relationships for the month of June? The Nine of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Hermit, King of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, the Strength card. Okay, let's see. Well, the Nine of Wands, this is a card of you've been fighting a battle for a long time. You've been struggling with something for a long time. And you're feeling like giving up. With the Nine of Wands, you're like, oh, I've been working so hard toward this goal and I'm not seeing results. Maybe I should just quit. I've got all these battle scars. Look at the head injury, you know. You're just feeling weary. Like, I've been working too hard for too long. And when am I going to start to see results? But the Nine of Wands is also saying, and sometimes this comes up when you thought you had solved a problem and then it comes back. So in a relationship issue, you might be thinking, you know, you might have broken up with someone and all of a sudden now they're back in your life. Oh, I thought I was done with this person and now here they are again. Or I had this problem with this person and I thought we had come to an agreement and now we're fighting about this again. So, but the Nine of Wands also says don't quit. You're really close. You're just really close. You just have to give it that one last push and you're going to receive your reward if you don't quit. Because a lot of times people quit just before the moment of success. You know, they just get so weary, and just about when you're ready to quit, if you had just, you know, walked a few more miles, you would have reached your goal. So this is saying don't give up. I know it's been difficult. I know you've been struggling for a while, but don't give up. Now you have the Eight of Pentacles here. The Eight of Pentacles, it could mean that you're thinking about taking a different direction in your career. I know this is a relationship reading, and I'll get to that. But right now, somehow your career is tied to your relationship. Maybe you're fighting over career issues. Maybe, well, you know, that's part of the battle. You're thinking of going in a new direction, and your partner is arguing with you over it. Or you're wanting a new direction in a relationship. You're wanting to start something new. You have the Hermit here as the basis of the situation. So I feel like you've been going through a dark night of the soul for a while, where you're not sure what you really want in life. What is my path? What do I need? You've been feeling kind of lonely. Like, whatever you're struggling with, you haven't reached out to other people. You may feel like it's my burden to struggle with by myself. You might be going through a depression. Maybe there's some financial problems that you're dealing with, and you're feeling cut off from others. You've got this Five of Pentacles, the Three of Swords. Maybe you feel like a relationship is breaking up, or you need to cut some things out of your life, and you're not sure what to do about it. There could be someone in your life you feel is really harsh with you, has been really giving you a hard time. You could be dealing with someone who seems to lack compassion. It could be an authority figure at work that's just been hard on you, or it could even be a partner that you feel is being too judgmental and not loving enough. They're always like, I don't know, like they're too demanding, or they're too harsh with you. And you're feeling kind of lonely. This person could be an air sign. So some of you, it could be an air sign, because the swords usually relate to Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. But even if it doesn't relate to the actual sign, the personality of the King of Swords is someone who is not... he could be too black and white in their thinking. There's no shades of gray. It's like, this is right, that's wrong. There's no discussion. He's not willing to compromise. So you could be dealing with someone that's kind of hard to reach, hard to work with, because they're so rigid. And they don't want to compromise. And on top of that, they're raking you over the coals for different things, you know. It's like, oh, you did this and you did that, and you know, there's no, like, they don't talk about all the good things you've done. They're only talking about where you failed. So you may be feeling discouraged, and you're thinking, well, maybe I need to, you know, try something else. But you feel trapped. It's like you're afraid to move out of whatever you're involved in. The Eight of Swords is a card of feeling like my options are limited. I'm stuck. What am I going to do? I can't get out of this. I'm stuck. I'm in a prison. The Nine of Pentacles, you know, maybe you're thinking that you would like to have more autonomy at work. Maybe you're thinking, maybe I should start my own business. Maybe I should get a job where I could work from home, or work with more freedom. But you're afraid to leave your current situation. So another way this card can play out, for some of you, you could be in a relationship and you could have financial security, and you could have a beautiful house, and you could have a lot of material things, but you're still feeling alone. This is a card of someone this is a woman in her garden, and she's got all the trappings of success around her, but she's still feeling lonely. Like, I want to share my life with someone. I want to share my abundance. But there's no one I'm connecting with. It's like you feel, and for some of you, there's nothing worse. I mean, some of you may not be in a relationship, and you may be feeling lonely. Like, okay, I've achieved a certain amount of success in my life, in my career. Now I want to have a partner to complete the picture. For others, you could be in a relationship with someone who makes you feel alone. Or I shouldn't say that, because we shouldn't give the responsibility of our feelings to someone else. But there's nothing worse than feeling alone when you're with someone who like ignores you, or avoids you, or disrespects you. So even though you're with this person, you know, they're there bodily, they're really not there emotionally. You know, you don't feel connected to them, or you don't feel like they're supporting you. They're not you're not bonded with them. They're just there. They're a being in the house. But they're not, but you're still feeling alone, like you don't have a partner. Even though you do, on the outside, to the outside world, yeah, I have this partner. But where it counts emotionally, this person's not connecting. And so you may have decided, for some of you, you may decide to move away from this, or you're thinking about it anyway. Because this is a person this is something that has influence, but it's passing. So you might be, either you've come out of a relationship, you just broke up with someone, because you have the Three of Swords here. So I feel like there's some heartache, or you're considering leaving, but you're afraid to take that step, because you have the Eight of Swords here. It's like fear is holding you back. There could be there could be some financial difficulties. You're feeling cut off, or maybe you've had a separation with someone. Because the Five of Pentacles is the card of feeling like I'm on the outside looking in your environment. Like you don't feel you're accepted in your current environment. Like maybe you have this job and you feel like, I don't know if I'm good enough. Or I'm in this place and there's like a clique and I don't feel like I'm part of the clique. I'm on the outside. You're feeling neglected. You're feeling like you're not connected with the group, or you're not connected with the partner. You have the Knight of Cups here, but it's in your negative thinking. So there is someone, this is a card more of a dream situation. Like the Knight of Cups is someone who's very romantic. So you may have fantasies about what the perfect relationship should be. And you're not finding that person in real life because maybe it's unrealistic. Maybe you're expecting too much from a partner. You're expecting things to be perfect. And every relationship has its ups and downs. There's no perfect relationship. The Knight of Cups can also mean a proposal that you're considering. Like maybe there's someone who's interested in you, but you're not sure if you can accept it because you're still tied up to someone from the past. This King of Swords. So you're really thinking about severing ties with the Three of Swords, cutting away what's no longer working. So for some of you, you might be ending a relationship that just hasn't been working, or ending a career, because you have this Eight of Pentacles here, ending a path that's just not serving you. Maybe you're thinking of leaving a job that you don't really feel connected to, or you don't feel like you fit in. You're like the square peg in the round hole, you know, you're just not fitting. It doesn't feel like a good fit to you. The outcome is the Strength card. Connected with the Three of Swords, you might have some issues with anger that you have to deal with. Either you or a partner. Because the Strength card is taming the beast within. Like you may have a lot of emotions. And you may have like buried anger that you're trying to repress or trying to deal with, but it's coming out in a different way. You know how sometimes if you don't express your anger in a healthy way, it comes out in other ways like sarcasm or passive aggression, or you're fighting over the wrong things. You know, you fight over little petty things, but you're not dealing with the real issue. So you may need to communicate or seek counseling to try to save a relationship. If you're in a relationship that's having some problems, counseling can help. And one of you may have issues with anger, issues with how to get their needs met. Like you're afraid to speak up, or you can only speak up when you blow up. Like some people don't know how to ask for what they need without being angry. And then that creates problems. So if someone in either you or the partner is getting angry when they really just need to learn how to ask in a nice way. Like instead of saying, hey, could you do this for me? It would really make me happy if you could do this. They just blow up, you know, and you have to learn how to control that if it's you. Or if it's your partner, maybe you need to have a conversation with them and try to get into counseling so that they can learn how to manage their feelings, not go to extremes of emotion. Learn how to control their emotions better. And sometimes the Knight of Cups can represent, you know, you just want to be loved. You just want to be around people that love you. And you want to feel loved and appreciated, but you're not getting it in this relationship. So you're thinking, well, maybe I need to look for something else. Maybe I need to make some changes. Or you're throwing yourself into your career instead of working on your relationship. Like your career is the escape. Well, I'll just go to work then, you know. I'll ignore my inner longings, and I'll just go to work and throw myself into work. But you're feeling very lonely. You need to cut away something that's not working. You need to overcome your fear and move out of something that's really not serving you. You don't have to be alone. And if you need counseling, sometimes the Strength card can represent a counselor that can help you sort things out, that can help get you on the right path. I would recommend that. I think that would really be a help to you if that's what you're going through. So now let's see what's going on. You have the new moon, astrology, on June 15th in the 12th house. Exactly what the cards are saying. You have psychological issues. So this new moon can, if you decide to work on your psychological blocks, because the 12th house represents things that are hidden. It usually represents it could be karma too from the past, but in a normal, everyday life, we all have our blind spots. We all have parts of ourselves that we just don't see. And the 12th house, you can work on that now with the new moon in Gemini. You can start to work on some psychological issues that have been holding you back from success, from relationships, from love. Mars is in your 8th house. It's opposing the North Node in Leo in the 2nd house. So you have to start working on self-esteem issues. What am I worth? Am I getting paid what I'm worth? Am I getting the love I deserve? Do I value myself? With Mars in the 8th, maybe you're fighting for things when you should be taking a different, you have to really work on, the 8th house is also the house of your personal demons. So you really need to be confronting your demons at this time. And also relationships, like the 8th house, well, the 8th house is also support that you receive from others. So Mars is stirring that up. It's like hitting that raw nerve, and so you need to get on the right path, the path that helps you feel valued and helps you, the money that you earn is tied to your self-esteem. The money that you're willing to accept is tied to your self-esteem, because when you value yourself, you're not going to put up with a low salary. You're not going to take less than what you deserve when you value yourself. But when you think, oh, I'm worthless, you'll take anything because I'm lucky to get anything. You have to stop that thinking. You deserve everything, just like everyone else. So you have to start building up your confidence, building up, valuing yourself, loving yourself will attract love to you. And then also you have Saturn in the 7th house and Mercury is opposing it in the 1st house. So you need to start talking, communicating. You have to have those difficult conversations because your relationships, Saturn is testing your relationships. If something's not right, Saturn's going to show it. Saturn's going to say it's either going to break it up or you have to do a lot of work to heal it. You can work to save a relationship when Saturn's in the 7th, but to do that, you have to meet your responsibility. You have to take responsibility for yourself and your actions. It's not just the other person. You can't project it. It's both people. It takes two to tango. So, yeah, the other person may be acting a certain way, but what are you doing that contributes to the problem? Because if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So you have to think, okay, how can let's sit down and let's talk about it. Let's have that difficult conversation. But let it be a nurturing conversation. Mercury in Cancer. You don't want to be, belligerent. You want to sit down and have an honest, heartfelt, nurturing conversation where you're supporting each other and you just want to make the relationship better, whether it's work or personal. It needs communication with Mercury. So if you can do that, you can have this chance for this new beginning that will help you release the blockages, release the fears, release whatever's holding you back, create a stronger relationship, because Saturn in the 7th can bring longevity to a relationship, but it's going to involve work that you may not want to face, or deal with, because it's hard work. But whatever you work with Saturn, if you put a lot of hard work into something under a Saturn influence, you will get a reward. By the time Saturn leaves your 7th house, your reward will be coming. So, and here we go. We have the full moon in the 7th house. And that's happening Saturn. Again, Saturn conjunct the full moon at the end of June. So something's going to come to light. For better or for worse, you're either going to save a relationship because you put the work in, or you decide to do the work, or you're going to see that the harsh reality in your relationships. And then you might decide to either leave a relationship, one way or another. You're either going to work on it or you're going to leave it. But you're going to see the truth by the end of the month. So, because Saturn always brings us, it helps us to see reality. It brings us the harsh truth, whether we like it or not. But it's good to know the truth, because that way you know how to fix something. You have Uranus and Taurus now going through your 11th house, so that can bring changes in your income. It could also bring unexpected, a dream to fruition, freedom. So you could be, your friendships may change. You might be dealing with people who are more free-spirited when Uranus travels your 11th house. You're going to have Jupiter in the 5th, so that's a perfect time for romance. You could be meeting someone new. If you decide to leave a relationship, you could be meeting someone new. Jupiter brings luck. But it's squaring this 8th house, 2nd house opposition between Mars and the North Node. So it all really revolves around what you are willing to accept, what you think you deserve. That's where the tension lies. What do I deserve? What am I willing to accept? And, am I willing to step out of my comfort zone to claim what I deserve, to get what I'm worth? But you have to see it first. You have to feel it. So work on your self-esteem and work on those psychological blocks and cut away whatever is no longer serving you. And don't let fear hold you back from claiming what you need and what you deserve. And communicate. Don't expect people to read your mind. Communicate your needs. You can't get your needs met if you don't ask. If you don't ask, the answer will always be no. So you have to ask. And that's the first step toward getting what you need. So good luck, Cancer. I hope this reading was a help to you. And if you'd like to have a private reading with me, just check out the link below in the description and we can get working together. In the meantime, have a wonderful June. Don't forget to value yourself. Claim what you deserve. You deserve everything, just like everyone else. Don't settle for less. And I hope you get everything you want and need in June. And I will talk to you again in July. Okay? Thank you. Bye now.